Let's get things started. Ready? Go!
Hello and welcome to Bounding into Comics. My name is John Trent. I'm the founder and editor-in-chief at Bounding into Comics. Today I got a story about Robert Pattinson, the actor who plays Batman and his alter ego Bruce Wayne in the upcoming The Batman film. Pattinson recently declared the film does not feature Bruce Wayne's Playboy persona. He described Bruce Wayne as a weirdo, and he claimed being Batman is almost like a drug addiction. Pattinson made these comments in a recent interview with GQ to promote the upcoming film. First, Pattinson detailed he had seen a rough cut of the film detailing the opening shot. He said, "The first shot is so jarring from any other Batman movie that it's just kind of a totally different pace. It was what Matt was saying from the first meeting I had with him. I want to do a 70s noir detective story like The Conversation, and I kind of assumed that he meant the mood board or something the look of it. But from the first shot, it's, oh, this actually is a detective story." Pattinson then revealed he had no idea Batman was an actual detective. He said, "And I feel like an idiot because I didn't even know that Batman was the world's greatest detective. I hadn't heard that in my life before, but it really plays. Just because there's a lot of stuff where he's in amongst the cops, normally when you see Batman, he arrives and beats people up. But he's having conversations and there are emotional scenes between them, which I don't think have been in any of the other movies." From there, Pattinson revealed Bruce Wayne will not be a playboy in the film. He relayed, "I've definitely found a little interesting thread. He doesn't have a playboy persona at all. So he's kind of a weirdo as Bruce and a weirdo as Batman, and I kept thinking there's a more nihilistic slant to it. Because normally, in all the other movies, Bruce goes away, trains, and returns to Gotham believing in himself, thinking, I'm going to change things here. But in this, it's sort of implied that he's had a bit of a breakdown. But this thing he's doing, it's not even working. Like it's 2 years into it, and the crime has gotten worse since Bruce started being Batman. The people of Gotham think that he's just another symptom of how crap everything is." Pattinson then went on to reveal another scene from the film. He said, "There's this scene where he's beating everyone up on this train platform, and I just love that there's a bit in the script where the guy he's saving is also just like, it's worse. You're either being mugged by some gang members or a monster comes and like effing beats everybody up. The guy has no idea that Batman's come to save him. It just looks like this werewolf." The actor then went on to state, and I kept trying to play into that. I kept trying to think, and I'm going to express this so badly, but there's this thing with addressing trauma. All the other stories say the death of his parent is why Bruce becomes Batman. But I was trying to break that down in what I thought was a real way instead of trying to rationalize it. He's created this intricate construction for years and years and years, which has culminated in this Batman persona. But it's not like a healthy thing that he's done. It's kind of weird given the fact that he just said he's only been Batman for 2 years before, so who knows what he's actually talking about here. But anyways, that's what he said. He then went on to claim being Batman is, quote, almost like a drug addiction. He attempted to justify this claim by detailing another scene. GQ paraphrased him, writing, "There's a moment when Alfred asks Bruce what his family would think of him tarnishing the family legacy with his new side hustle." Pattinson then stated, "And Bruce says, 'This is my family legacy. If I don't do this, then there's nothing else for me.' I always read that as not like there's nothing else, like I don't have a purpose, but like I'm checking out, and I think that makes it a lot sadder, like it's a sad movie." It's kind of about him trying to find some element of hope in himself and not just the city. Normally, Bruce never questions his own ability. He questions the city's ability to change, but I mean, it's kind of such an insane thing to do. "The only way I can live is to dress up as a bat," Pattinson asserted. He then concluded with a laugh, saying, "DC is the kind of emo comic. There's a nihilistic side to it. Even the artwork is really, really different. So hopefully there are a lot of sad people in the world." I don't know about you, but none of this sounds anything like the Batman that I know. He's not going to be a playboy. He's nihilistic. He's had a breakdown. None of that really sounds like Batman or Bruce Wayne to me at all. And it's giving me huge concerns for how this film will actually play out. As I've previously said, I'm actually really excited to see Batman being a detective and actually getting into the noir roots of the character. But all of this stuff that Pattinson is saying is completely turning me off because it feels like they don't understand who the character is. And it honestly sounds like they're trying to create a whole different character rather than it actually being Batman. He's just wearing a Batman costume, but it's a completely different character who lacks self-confidence, who lacks the will to get the job done. But we'll see what happens when the film arrives next month in March. Let me know what you think about Pattinson's comments. My name is John Trent, and you've been watching Bounding into Comics.